welcome back. So with this video I want to show you a starting point of where I am at. Simple. I want to show you my washout booth that I made, which you can see. What I want to show you is my exposure booth. It's a little bit better than the previous one I had in some of my older videos, and also I want to show you my 4-color press because it's actually not too bad. It's a cheap version, but it does the job, and I can still see some issues and problems in the future as I progress, where I'm going to have to get a better, higher quality press, but it does the job now, and that's why I bought it. It was cheap, it got me started, and later on, as I start to understand what I'm doing and how I go about things, then I can say, alright, well, I'll move forward. But we'll start with the washout booth. This is the washout booth. What I've made this out of is an old TV cabinet. So you can see that I've got my things in here. You know, I've got my emulsion remover, what I use to degrease screens. Yes, it's dishwashing liquid, but that does the job. You don't have to pay for anything too expensive. Just grab yourself some dishwashing liquid. Totally fine. Degreases the screens and stops any pinholes when you apply your emulsion. We'll go through that later. And then I've got my bottles. Yes, I do have two of the same bottles with two different things in them. It makes it very confusing, especially when it rubs off. I will fix that. But I have emulsion remover, and I also have mineral terps, a water-based. I'm still using that because it does a good job. And I also have classic Kids Bamboo baby wipes to get the plastisol off of the screen. Then we move forward. I have a Karcher here, Karcher K2. It does a great job. I don't think you need anything more, anything less. You know, it's the cheaper Karcher, but it does the job. That's what we're here to do. Then we've got the washout booth itself. What I've done is I've sealed the inside of the TV cabinet with some silicone. Then I've got some core flute, and I've attached that just with a couple of screws, and then I have sealed it again. So I've applied sealant all along there. I've just put 2 pieces of wood, and then I've just sealed it up, and it goes down into a tray. Just goes down there, plumbing straight out, and then I have an adapter that just goes on there, and it takes it outside. The adapter is there, and I used the plumbing that I found when I dismantled a shed that was on the property that we've just moved into. But all of this was free, and it was all here when we moved in. I've just utilised everything that I could find. So that is my washout booth. It does a great job, and it does what it needs to do. This is the exposure unit. So I've upgraded it from the above, and now it's coming from below. So I've just used a 80-litre container, 80-litre storage container that I actually got from Big W on the mainland, and I have put a little hole. As you can see, it has been nicely done. Just punched something through there, and I've still got my 500-watt lamp, incandescent lamp in there. I didn't even take it off the thing, I just left it there. But one note is that I removed the glass from the 500-watt lamp. What the glass does is it prevents UV light, or reduces the UV light, which is used to expose the emulsion and harden it. We'll go through that process, but if you're ever going to do this, make a 500-watt light, remove the glass, which then allows the UV light from the halogen to come through. It's not very effective, but it does the job. And then what we've got is, under here, is just a sliding window that I've found around here again. Again, it was free, and I've just utilised what I've got That's the best thing. Just grab what you've got and just do it. Because the best thing to do is start. And once you start, it's easier to keep going. I've usually got some glass cleaner there to make sure, but the image goes on here. The screen goes on that's coated in emulsion. The light's turned on. As the light passes through the actual image, what's black stays soft, and what isn't black can then go hard. But we'll go through that process later. But all I want to do is show you what I'm using. Free, $1.50. I think it was $15. That's the exposure unit. That's the wash booth. I go straight from here, expose it, give it 4 minutes and 30 seconds, which is my time. It differs from everyone else. Goes from here, then I take it over, put it in there, then I wash it out. Clean, 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 clean. Don't rub your exposed unit once you've washed it out. It's best to just let it drip dry and maybe use some compressed air to blow all the residual water off. Let it dry, usually in the sun, which is absolutely fantastic. And then, if it's not sunny, you can post-expose it, or you can leave it out in the sun. What we have here is a 4-colour press. It was very cheap, probably the cheapest in the market that you can get, and it does the job. Let's just say that. You know, it gives you the opportunity to not only make single colour, but it also gives you the opportunity to make multiple coloured prints. I've mainly only been working with single and 2-colour jobs, and later on, once I get better at graphic design, I'll be able to produce maybe something that would have 4 colours plus. This is your platen. Your t-shirts are loaded up onto here. It's actually coated in a spray adhesive. Spray adhesive goes down. I do want a water-based one, which is better for the environment, but this is all that was on hand, and you know, I'll be able to afford some when, you know, I start earning some money. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so that's your platen, coated. It's got a line down the middle so I can line everything up. It's got a few lines so I can make sure that it's lined up when I put multiple colours on there. And you might notice it's a little bit dirty. Very hard to clean the adhesive off. We've got our press, we've got our exposure unit, and we also have our washout booth. Washout booth is used for washing out the image. That is also for reclaiming. The exposure unit is for obviously exposing the emulsion to light, which then creates a positive, which we can put the ink through. Again, a process that we'll go through later on in another video. And then we've got the press, obviously for lining it up, loading a t-shirt on, and putting ink onto the shot. Nice and easy. As you see what I've done, I've made everything to this point except the press. Hope you enjoy it. I can't wait to do another one, and please like, subscribe, and let's try and keep this going, because I would love to put out more content, better content. That's it. Until next time, enjoy the outro, baby!